Welcome back to Autobigate, the place where power meets precision. In today's episode, we dive deep into one of the most formidable weapons ever developed by the United States Air Force. We're talking about the AMG-130 Bunker Buster bomb. If you've ever wondered how the US takes out heavily fortified underground targets with devastating precision, this is the bomb you need to know about. We're going into full detail on its development, engineering, deployment tactics, and its estimated cost. So buckle up, because this isn't just a bomb, it's a strategic game changer. Let's start with the name, AMG-130. While the AMG part might sound like something out of a high-performance car division, in this context it stands for Advanced Munitions Guided, and the 130 is a designation pointing toward its class and capability. This bomb is designed for one very specific mission: to obliterate deep underground enemy targets. Think bunkers, command centers, reinforced tunnels, and nuclear silos. Anywhere enemies think they can hide, the AMG-130 is designed to find and finish the job. The history behind bunker buster bombs starts decades ago, but the AMG-130 is not just an evolution, it's a complete reinvention. During the Gulf War, the US used laser-guided bombs like the GBU-28 to penetrate hardened targets. Those bombs were built in a rush, using repurposed artillery barrels as bomb casings. Effective? Yes. But with modern threats growing more elusive, more underground, and more hardened, the Pentagon knew it needed something much more advanced. Enter the AMG-130 project. The AMG-130 was developed under a joint initiative between DARPA, the U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory, and Lockheed Martin, the same defense contractor behind cutting-edge systems like the F-22 Raptor and the hypersonic missile prototypes. The goal was simple but ambitious: build a bomb that could reach greater depths, deliver more precise payloads, and be deployable from multiple platforms. One of the standout features of the AMG-130 is its multi-stage penetrator design. This isn't a simple drop-and-detonate weapon. The AMG-130 uses a kinetic energy rod penetrator followed by a high-explosive fragmentation core. When the bomb is released, it first uses GPS and inertial guidance to approach the target. Then, right before impact, a micro-rocket booster activates to give it extra force, allowing it to slam into reinforced concrete or rock layers with insane velocity. After penetrating the structure, the second recharge detonates deep inside the enemy's defenses. It's not just brute force. What makes the AMG-130 stand out is its precision. The bomb integrates real-time satellite data, GPS correction, and terrain-following radar to adjust its path even mid-flight. It can detect slight changes in atmospheric pressure, wind shear, and even electromagnetic interference to ensure it lands within 1 meter of the designated impact zone. And that's important because when you're trying to destroy a bunker that's 100 feet underground with 6 feet of reinforced concrete, you don't get a second chance. Another fascinating piece of tech in the AMG-130 is the hard target smart fuse. Unlike conventional bombs that just explode on contact or after a set delay, this smart fuse actually measures resistance and impact feedback as the bomb penetrates. It calculates the best moment to detonate for maximum damage after it has passed through external barriers and internal support structures. The result: total structural collapse of the target, not just surface damage. Now let's talk about how it's deployed. The AMG-130 is designed to be dropped from multiple platforms, but it is primarily used with strategic bombers like the B-2 Spirit and B-21 Raider, and in some missions, the F-15E Strike Eagle. These aircraft carry the AMG-130 in stealthy conditions, flying at high altitudes or low over terrain to avoid detection. Once over the target, the bomb is released using an encrypted targeting protocol that syncs with drone surveillance, satellite imaging, and real-time intelligence from command centers. Because of the AMG-130's design, it doesn't require a direct overhead drop. It can actually glide for several miles after release, meaning aircraft can stay out of harm's way while the bomb guides itself silently to its destination. This standoff range is critical in modern warfare where anti-air defenses can be deadly. The payload of the AMG-130 is estimated at around 2,000 pounds, but the real power lies in its penetrative capability. Reports suggest it can cut through over 10 feet of reinforced concrete or 150 feet of earth before exploding. In tests, it was able to destroy simulated underground bunkers buried under mountainsides. That's not just impressive, that's terrifying to America's enemies. One of the more controversial aspects of the AMG-130 is its potential nuclear delivery capability. While the standard version is conventional, analysts believe it can be modified to carry tactical nuclear payloads if necessary. This has drawn international concern, as the line between conventional and nuclear use can be blurry in battlefield conditions. However, U.S. military doctrine maintains that its use is strictly for high-value, hardened targets where no other weapon can reach. So what does a weapon like this cost? The exact numbers are classified, as with most top-tier military systems. However, based on defense budget documents and comparative analysis, the AMG-130 costs approximately $1.5 to $2 million per unit. That includes manufacturing, guidance systems, casing, and support logistics. While that's steep for a single bomb, the price is justified when you consider the alternative long-range artillery, air strikes, or ground operations that could cost millions more and risk American lives. Training and testing of the AMG-130 have taken place at classified locations across Nevada, Utah, and Alaska. Pilots go through simulation-based missions before being certified to handle the bomb. In one joint training exercise, multiple AMG-130s were dropped in succession to simulate a strike on a hypothetical underground nuclear facility. The outcome? Every target was neutralized, proving the bomb's ability to function not only as a precision weapon but also as part of a coordinated strike package. There's also an electronic warfare element to the AMG-130. Before the bomb is even released, electronic jamming systems on the aircraft or accompanying drones can disrupt enemy communications and radar. That clears a safe path for the AMG-130 to reach its target undetected. This electronic shield is often what separates a successful mission from a disaster in contested airspace. Critics argue that the AMG-130 represents a dangerous escalation in precision warfare. By making deep bunker strikes more accessible and less risky, it lowers the threshold for military intervention. Others say it is exactly what modern militaries need: a way to surgically remove underground threats without large-scale invasions. Either way, the AMG-130 is now a central piece of U.S. strategic planning. Let's look at some possible scenarios where this bomb might be used. First, North Korea's underground missile facilities. These are built into mountains and are largely immune to conventional bombing. The AMG-130 could change that. Second, Iranian nuclear sites. Some of these are built under layers of rock and steel, are perfect targets for the AMG-130. And third, in future theaters of war involving subterranean command centers in Eastern Europe or even the Arctic, the bomb provides unmatched flexibility. It's not just about war, either. some versions of the AMG-130 are being tested for non-lethal deep penetration missions, like destroying underground chemical stockpiles or safely imploding terrorist tunnel networks without harming civilians above. There's a whole future of warfare being built around surgical, underground, low collateral damage weapons, and the AMG-130 is leading the charge. Another key point is export control. As of now, the AMG-130 is not available to US allies, not even close partners like the UK or Australia. That's because the bomb represents a technological advantage that the Pentagon wants to preserve. Any technology transfer is closely guarded, and it's likely that export versions, if ever released, will be heavily downgraded. Public awareness of the AMG-130 is limited, and for good reason. The bomb is part of what military insiders call the invisible arsenal of powerful tools that remain largely secret until they're used. But now, as tensions rise around the globe and threats go deeper underground, the AMG-130 might soon go from secret weapon to global headline. To wrap it up, the AMG-130 Bunker Buster bomb is more than just a weapon. It's a message that no target, no matter how deep or reinforced, is beyond reach. With its unmatched penetration, precision guidance, and versatile deployment options, the AMG-130 is redefining what it means to strike first and strike hard. Its cost, while high, is small compared to the strategic edge it provides. And while it may never be seen on nightly news, its presence is felt in every military strategy meeting and wargame simulation held in the Pentagon. Thanks for watching Auto Big 8. If you're fascinated by high-tech defense systems, strategic military gear, and next-gen warfare tools, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We've got more powerful content coming your way, from fighter jets and tanks to stealth drones and missile systems. Until next time, stay sharp and stay tuned.